It's a fact that when you hope and believe for something over years, and that thing just does not happen, the heart starts to become sick. You might not know immediately, but over time, things start to happen around you that really show that you're a wounded person. Maybe it begins with a hot temper. Some of you hate yourself so much that you hate everybody. You just come to church and look at some people and you feel angry, even when they've not done anything to you. And maybe the problem is not the people you're angry at. You're just angry with yourself because many things are not working. Hope has been defied. So it's a normal experience for the heart to become sick when hope is defied. My pain, again, like I said, is when people, because that delay has come, you hear somebody saying, you know what? I'm done with God. This thing of God, it ain't working. This thing of men is not working. So you generalize all men like that one Thomas who disturbed you. So all of us start paying prices for Thomas. Women, don't tell me. Kids, I wish I never had any. Some of them start making permanent resolutions over temporary challenges. I will never think of dating again. They've just broken her heart. She started too. Okay, you wait. Your mind will change. But you hear that kind of experience? And then some start doubting God. And somebody says, I gave up on God. If he is a good God and faithful and just, why didn't he do this for me when I know he did it for so and so and so? Now you've even started to carry jealousy and envy and anger against those whom the Lord is prospering. You just see somebody being announced and something hits you. You hear like a third in your heart. They've announced a couple. You're seated in your home, you're already frustrated, and then somebody sends you a message and says, do you know Samantha got a new job? Where? Bank of Uganda. Do you know so-and-so was promoted last week? You don't hear it only, you even feel it. And then you start feeling your veins charging in a way you don't even understand. Why? Because promotion has just happened on another life. Somebody comes and tells you, my child scored first grade. And then you remember your son and you say, hey, wow. He's a smart boy. One time, my sons and daughters bought me a very nice Benz. It was an E-Class. And so they packed it. Papa, we love you. So I look at this thing. I think it was my birthday. A few of them. Many years ago. So I called this wonderful man of God, friend of mine. Said, man, come and see what the Lord has done. The song had not yet just come out. But my heart was singing, can you come and see what the Lord has done? And I love Benzes. And what I waited for, it has come to pass. So, I bring this guy, I said, look what God has done. And then he walks around it like this. Look at my face. Congratulations. I said, that awkward moment. Thank you. He says, I have to go. Sat in his car. Wow. Some of you exactly like that. You just see somebody parking and your heart starts to poo, and you hear the conversations. Irene, is that her car? And as good as God can be, the person who's next to you knows. Yes. You begin your week that way. You come in on Thursday the next week. And God intends it. Irene sits in front of you. And as though the whole world is working together in this cornucopia of things to frustrate you. Even the choir is working against you. That's when the choir leader brings a song. You're not a man. And then you see Irene like, God who opens doors no man can shut. So you see this Christian singing, you're not a man. No, you're not a man. No. You're the God of everything. No. What's wrong? Just, and then the preacher's like, let's worship God, people. Woo. Or Rachel raises the ring which they proposed on. You're not a man. You already have your issues, and that's the day she's in front of you. She even cries. And then you're like, why is she crying? While you're healing, unfortunately, the next day it's your birthday. You've entered the 4th floor. Are you following what I'm saying? These things happen, and I came to help you. The Lord taught me something years ago that I want to give you today about jealousy and envy. Jealousy is the spirit that deceives you that because a man has entered a new eon of blessing, therefore you have been disqualified. That's the problem with the spirit of jealousy. It tells you or deceives you that because somebody has received something, therefore something has been taken away from you. That's the problem with jealousy. Examine it. You realize if she had gotten that when you had also been proposed to that week, you'd not have a problem. But the problem is she has been proposed to and you were checked last week. Sometimes you don't even need to be checked. You don't even just need, you just need to be in you just have to be in a space where you don't have a man yet. That's already enough to destroy you. You think that because your brother found a car or built a house, therefore you are less, or that God has taken away from you. And this is how you heal. This is how you heal. Nothing added on a man takes away from you. You have a journey too. And our God is the God who can start from where you are, even when you have lost 10 or 20 years, and construct you in a way that one day people will look at you and what has been redeemed on your life will look as though you had entered in first. That is God. Some of you, the day heaven opens well like this on your life, the day you will touch money, you will touch money for generations. Now I'm prophesying. You're not going to have just a nice house in Gayaza. No, you will touch money for generations. That's how God works. Never compare yourself with anybody else's blessing because you don't know their journey. No, let me give you a sample space. How many of you, when you were younger, there are neighbors you admired, but now when you look at them, you don't? Put up your hands. Almost all of you except Pastor Ronnie. He was the admired one. How many of you remember that? Some of you, even when your parents were lecturing you, they used to lecture you against those people. Why don't you be like Peter? And as soon as your father says it, that's the day you're both walking out of the gate and Peter drives and then he parks. Hi. Must you park? And then your father says, so how are you? And then, parents have a way of digging at you. Oh, this is your car? Congratulations. So where do you work? And then the goon says, DFCU Bank. Did you hear that, Grace? DFCU. In the back, they're slapping you with this thing of you guy. What's wrong with you? Okay, have a good day. Lecture next 30 minutes. Now you see that boy. He has left already. Now see. These guys are working, they're building things. I even heard he's getting married. And then you look at yourself and you're still in your mother's house and you're like... Then you come to church. Then they preach a hot sermon. And then you go back on fire and aflame. And then the next comparison comes the next day. I thank God because he taught me this very early. I don't compare myself with anybody. No. And I remember one time I said to my dad, Dad, watch, you'll see. Watch me, you will see God. You will see my God. Somebody shout amen. But I came to help somebody. Something might linger. The promises are there. The answers are there. But something is just not manifesting. Certain things delay sometimes. And it's a fact that sometimes things might delay. You only need to look so much the other way not to recognize that certain things can sometimes not happen in the time you want them to happen. And we've not trained our believers to carry thick skin.